is the launch of the lifeboat. Just going to line him up. It's along here, obviously before that was built, and they're launching the lifeboat. Now this one is a stock photo. I've left the copyrights on it, but it's the only one I could get hold of, although the next one you're going to see is from the same set, but it's not copyrighted in the same way. So here we go. And here we go, same sequence, same day, same set of photos, just a better quality one. Same lifeboat being launched here at the end of the ramp. What about the crew though? I wonder what they looked like many years ago. How about 1905, just inside there with the lifeboat. 1905 lifeboat crew. Here we go, outside, a little bit later than 1905. Same place though, with the lifeboat. And finally in this little set, one more of the lifeboat, half in, half out of the lifeboat station. Here we go. Right, so I do have another photo to do, but that's further along. That's we're ready for the final shot of the lifeboat. This would have been taken from the pier, looking along here at the beach there, with the houses and buildings in the background. Here we go, final pick. Oh, see that seagull there? That seagull tried to get that lady's sausage roll, but the guy in the chair caught on camera. Anyway, this is a picture. It is a triangle. I'll put the date on the photo if I've got it. I'm not sure. I'm starting to run out of ones with dates now, if that makes any sense. I've gone through all my dates first. But yeah, see the tree in the triangle that used to be there? That building's still there, and the fruit shop is still a fruit shop by the look of things. Lovely. There we go, that's a triangle Teignmouth. As I say, undated. Lovely. 1967, event on the Den with vintage cars. Right about here somewhere. You can just about make out the last building on that row there. And of course you could see in the photo, you can see the St Michael's Church, but you can't in real life now because they've built the pavilions. But about here, see if we can match it up. There we go, 1967, and it is officially started to rain now. There we are, that's the first umbrella of the day we see. Another umbrella over there in the distance. Right, I'm going to start heading up. Sorry, but wind, rain, nightmare. Top of Smugglers. Very busy road, as you know. Going to do a quick then and now. Not the first time I've done it on the channel, but I haven't done it for over 6 months. And there's bound to be people who haven't seen it. So here we go. 1900s, right here. And there we go, that's where the child was stood. A little bit more quiet here. I don't think all Holcombe was built up. I doubt they could have got anything at the Salty Dog, but all good otherwise. Let's have a look at this lane bit here before the salty dog. But remember we showed you that archway behind them with the gate in it, just behind the kiosk. That'll come into it. Here we go, pre-1900s, because it's an artist's impression, it's not a photo. Here's the same area. Lovely. They'd have done quite well if they'd opened up the salty dog back then, wouldn't they? Anyway, crack on. Places to be, suns to see. Here we go, first then and now from Colin in Canada. Thanks, Colin. He took this picture himself in 1956. 1956 from around here. You'll still see the tunnel in the corner there, towards the bottom left. You'll still see the pillbox next to it, which you can just about make out in present day. And the parson, or shagrock, debatable, is still there. It looks a bit different. This was it from here, 56. Thanks, Colin. Ideal. Ideal. Anyway, here's a second shot from Colin, possibly taken on the same day at the same time. He would have been over there, that side of the tracks, looking back towards the tunnel, and you'll see the arches of the little sort of bridge bit, which you can walk under, clearly visible as a steam train comes out. Here you go. Lovely, absolutely lovely. 1956 from over there, with the archways visible on the little overpassy bitty. Cheers, mate. There we go, those little grooves there, or the little pathways over there. And over there where that hut is where there was a hut originally in that photo. Crazy. To line this shot up now, simply because of all the cars now the seafront's changed. But we're looking at Venus, or at least the building. And as we know, that used to be Captain's Table, and before that it was the Beachcomber. But what was it before that? Well, it was just a general shelter. And underneath was the bandstand. So here it is, next to Colin in Calendar. In 1962, personal photo he took. This is it when it was just a shelter. Here you go. I've tried to get some pictures of the actual bandstand part at the bottom, but there doesn't seem to be very many available. But there we go, that was what it used to look like in 1962. Right, so to start off, here's an image of the old signal box, which was at the west end of the westbound platform. It was built in 1869 and was closed on November the 14th, 1986. When the new panel signal box exit took over control of the line. Note the pile of coal under the stairs to keep the stove going for a brew up and the heating. This picture shows us HST passing the Teignmouth signal box, which was demolished that same night. It was closed on Friday the 14th November 1986. This is a shot inside the signal box, taken on the 14th of February 1987. That's also the same day that it was demolished, taken away completely. That's the last look of it ever. And looking down, similar views of what we see most days when I sign off the video. There's the space where it used to be. That picture though is from 2007. So a little bit of then and now, even though not much has really changed in it. As you can see on top of the cinema, as we know, there's the apartments, the penthouses. But of course they weren't always there. And Colin from Canada was up there in 1967, I think, off the top of my head, and he took a photo from that corner there, the corner in front of us, that one, looking up that way and along there, and another one from the same place looking back up the river. So here they go from Colin in Canada. Thanks, Cole. I'm sorry, I said 1967. I meant 1962. Just checked on the photos. Can't really line them up, unfortunately, because obviously I'm not up on the side of the cinema. But that's just maybe. And there's the bowls. Lovely jubbly. Soon be going again for the season. In the meantime, we'll wait for them to start. Here we go, 1972, launch of the bowls. Taking them out there. Here we go. So that was the first bowl, big bowl, 1972. Here we go. Here's the then and now I promised you. It's quite an interesting one, insofar as it gives us a date of when Skew Bridge was in operation by St Michael's Church, which you can see in the picture, but at the moment it's sort of hidden by the yacht club. It's got the old church tower on, which means that the church tower was built as it is now in 1877. So this is pre-1877 shot of Skew Bridge. Here you go. Yep, pre-87, 1887. Amazing. Amazing. Lovely. Back when this was the bus station where the buses would park up overnight, and this is the corner here with the buses in it. There we go. Little hard to line up exactly, but you can see that house there with the triangular roofing, and that's in the picture too. So here's a shot of the front goods yard. This is sort of pre-mid 70s when they built the main road. You'll notice in the picture from left to right, Alberta Mansions up there is still built. In the centre there's a coal yard, coal shed. Over there's the station hotel, and just down there you're looking at where the signal box was. Anyway, I'll flash up that photo for you now. Have a look at that. And now we're going to move into the little pre-recorded segment, which is down here about the goods yard in general, about what was going on here, and some shots down there as well. Start off with the map to remind you of everything, where everywhere was. All good. So both of the goods yard were primarily utilised for small item collection and delivery. Silcox, a grain merchant, rented space in the goods shed for storage, while Woolworths received full truck deliveries every few weeks. Local good delivery relied on horse-drawn carts. Horses were stabled at the bottom of Chute Hill until around 1950, when motor vans and lorries took over. Coal traffic was divided up between the up and down sidings, with E.J. Bellamy and Sons of Bitton Street primarily using the up sidings, and Players of Wellington Street utilising the down sidings. Matthew and Bennett of Brunswick Street operated on both sides. There was also a weighbridge near the goods yard entrance for the coal merchants' use. For ease of loading and unloading railway wagons, loading banks were provided in the yards, functioning similarly to passengers' platforms, but without the same safety standards. Finally, there was also Teignmouth's long-standing fish exports of sprats, herrings and mackerel. They were loaded onto vans bound for various destinations like Billingsgate, Cardiff and Birmingham. Shellfish from the team were also dispatched in large quantities, sometimes loaded onto fast London-bound goods services with special stops at Teignmouth. So I hope you enjoyed that. Most of that and the information that was sent in by Jeffrey. A couple of my older pics put in to make it up. But otherwise, yes, all good.